What's up guys, Mark from Wandering Souls back at you with a new video. This time a kind of a thread response. I think this one is started by Marc G with a C, if I have that correct, and if I'm not, I'm sorry, but I think it is. If you haven't subscribed to Marc G with C yet, go do so. It's a fantastic channel, fantastic VC channel, vinyl community channel. Shows a lot of great death metals and thrash. Fantastic guy from the UK, guitar player in Enchantment. Really nice guy. Fantastic channel. So go check out Marc G with a C. Anyways, he started this thread around the time that 72 Seasons from Metallica came out, and a lot of people were of course talking about the new Metallica. I think he didn't like it, so he brought up a video for albums released 72 seasons ago that are in his opinion better than 72 Seasons from Metallica. So if you calculate that back, 72 seasons ago is like 18 years ago, sorry. 18 years. So that brings us from 2023 back to 2005. 2005, I have a lot of great albums from, so which I think are better than 72 Seasons. I haven't completely dived into 72 Seasons of by Metallica yet. Heard Lux Eterna, which I thought was a really decent single, and I heard two other tracks was also singles, but I thought were a bit less good than that track. So I'm not really want to bash that album because I still need to dive into that album fully. Though I thought, well, knowing Metallica and the last couple of albums and which direction they're going, Metallica, in my opinion, definitely has the urge to make a song longer than necessary. Just keep it more to the point, guys, and be more flashy. Then the album will be way better than that. And every time repeating the chorus, and we know what I mean. And they intend to make the songs longer than necessary, and sometimes if it's asking for it, it's great, but the albums of theirs are like almost 80 minutes, and then you pick three songs out of it that are pretty good, and the rest is kind of dragging forth material, you know, if you know what I mean. To me, to my feeling, then I don't want to offend anyone. But I heard Death Magnetic, Saint Anger wasn't great. Hardwired, I heard some tunes that were pretty good. Moth to a Flame was one of my favorites from that album. But overall, I tend to always, when I listen to Metallica, to go to the first 5 albums somehow, and sometimes if I feel the urge to pick another album, then I find it, after half an hour, I find it kind of boring somehow. So I don't know what it is, but yeah, that's how I feel. Let's crack open a beer to celebrate this 72 seasons here. Cheers. Same beer as last video, so if you have seen my collection update, then you know what this is. If not, go watch that video. So I picked some albums from 2005, like 8 or something like that, and just talk about it. But before we go into that, we are listening to the new Enslaved. So if you think, hey, the tunes are fantastic, this is a 2023 album. Fantastic, a new album from Enslaved. So yeah, let's dive into this. The first album was the last album kind of funny, that was released as a solo album, a solo band album from Bruce Dickinson. Um, Tyranny of Souls. I really enjoyed this album back in the day. I still remember. Fantastic heavy metal. This is the period that just joined again Iron Maiden, because there was a solo stuff. Then after that solo stuff, he joined Iron Maiden again, and finally had the time to record in between sessions to another album. But I really dig this album. Fantastic tunes on this. Definitely need to revisit because I've been a while that I've listened to this. But yeah, it's a fantastic album. It was pretty high in my year list as well. I can remember. Awesome stuff. Of course, you have Roy Z here and Bruce Dickinson. Um, yeah, great heavy metal, and I can go wrong. I think it's later solo material. The last three albums were better than a lot of stuff Iron Maiden is doing right now. Kind of funny to say that, but Iron Maiden also has the need to make long songs nowadays to to fill 2 discs of music. Guys, 1 disc is enough. What's wrong with 50 minutes or something like that? You know, if you have 1 or 2 longer songs, it's fine, but you don't have to make songs from 12 minutes to fill that 90 minutes or something. You know, I don't know what it is nowadays with certain bands. This kind of stuff is where that for me, when I heard later song work by Bruce Dickinson, is a bit shorter and more to the point, and yeah, that's something I want to hear do Maiden more again. You know, the more diversity in the tracks, that you 1 or 2 longer songs and the rest a bit shorter too. You know, keep the album flowing, and there's nothing wrong with long songs, but if you have only long songs, you know how it works. Is there nothing, a catchy melody or a kind of mood going on, it doesn't get you into the album a lot. Late, I like Senjutsu, don't get me wrong, and but the album is not that good as this one, or Accident of Birth or Chemical Wedding. You know, I don't know. I like the comeback album. Brave New World was fantastic, and after that it went kind of downhill again a bit. I don't know what it is. I don't want to say it's bad, but it's too long, too dragging, and yeah, guys, remember, you don't have to make always long songs. So that was the Bruce Dickinson one. Next up, this is definitely way different territory. This Nocturnal Mortum with Weltanschauung. Ukrainian black folk metal, I think you can call this. Fantastic album. I really enjoy this. Yeah, great band. Raw but a bit folky, and really nice melodies and things like that. Also not too long. There are a lot of songs on here, but they are not long. They probably has some longer edges to it, but overall I really enjoy it, and yeah, fantastic stuff. Nocturnal Mortum with Weltanschauung. Then we get into long song territory. Can it be entertaining if you have long songs? Well, it depends how you do it. If you do it like Dream Theater, you can fill albums pretty good. They have long songs, definitely. Also, the title track for this one is really long, I think. But they try to keep it different to fill more different parts in one song and not dragging the chorus too long. Dream Theater has the talent that they have a lot of great instrumentalists, and can enjoy an album a lot more and have more variety in there with some solos and other atmospheric parts, and you know, they keep it kind of entertaining. I don't want to say per se every Dream Theater album is my favorite, but Octavarium, the one from 2005, is pretty decent in my opinion. I really enjoy this album, and I still spin it once in a while. Sometimes you have albums that you haven't spun in ages, but this one sometimes I still spin, and it's a great album. Definitely worth looking into if you are into progressive metal. Great album, Dream Theater with Octavarium. Then an album by a band. I don't know if they will continue because their singer is not there anymore. I'm talking about the Black Dahlia murder, and this is their album Miasma. Funny enough, this is one of my least favorite Black Dahlia murder albums, but still, this one I prefer above a lot of Metallica stuff. It's catchy, it's melodic, it has great vocals, different ways of singing, even uh, great solos. It is aggressive. Um, this band definitely has a lot of great qualities to it. And like I said, this is probably one of my least favorite albums, but I still really enjoy this album. Um, it's also it's kind of funny to see that how this album um, is a bit apart from the other albums, definitely concerning the artwork, because this album artwork is way different than all the other albums. But yeah, like I said, I still enjoy this, and it's not a bad album at all. Great 2005 release. Um, yeah, like Dahlia Murder. Then we go into longer territory here and there again. Of course, there had to be some doom metal in here. Doom metal is also a genre that um, has a lot of long songs, but the great deal with doom metal is they are a lot of their doom metal is melancholic and takes you away to places to keep you in a certain atmosphere, and that's what Metallica doesn't have, and that's why a lot of doom metal is so entertaining. Um, this one from Solo the Sun, Ghost of Lost from 2005, is some fantastic Finnish death doom. Great melodies, great atmosphere, really melancholic. The vocalist has a great voice. He has nice growls, but also can sing clean very well. Awesome stuff. Definitely a great release. Definitely worth look into if you are not familiar with this band. Swallow the Sun. And then we have an album that entertained me a lot in 2005. This album is one of my favorites from the year as well. The Pilgrim Departure by November's Doom. It's so great. A lot of great songs in it, great hooks, great melancholic atmosphere in some songs, but also has more up-tempo parts to give you that kick. Paul Kerr has a great clean vocal, but also really great growl. Fantastic singer. Yeah, great album. Definitely something to look into if you don't know this band. One of my favorite albums from this band as well. Awesome album. Then another favorite, definitely one of my favorite bands, even Draconian, Arcane Renfell. Fantastic gothic death doom. This is a really great album. Great tunes on this one. Here's the track listing. Really great melancholic album. Already sets the mood with the first song, with that rain dropping, falling down, and yeah, definitely continues you. It drops you in a lot of melancholy without getting boring. Although some songs are long, some songs are a bit shorter. It keeps it diversity, and it's so fantastic album. Yeah, great Swedish band. They recently, last year, I think, they rejoined with their singer on this album because they have had a different female singer for a couple of years and couple, well, like a decent amount of years even. But she's back, and so I'm really curious how the next album will sound. I have an idea, but yeah, I'm kind of waiting on their new album. They don't intend to have a big hurry to with releasing albums. It definitely can take 4 or 5 years for an album, and yeah, they take the time to release some great stuff. So check out this album, Draconian, Arcane Rain Fell. Another 2005 release, which I think is pretty decent, a really great album, is this one. Those Once Loyal by Ball Thrower. The last studio album they did. Um, yeah, fantastic old school death metal. It's definitely one of their better ones. Has a lot of diversity. It's nice amount of groove to it. Straight to the point. Has faster moments. Vocals is a point. Um, Great double kicks. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Um, Definitely one of my favorite albums from the band. With a few others are like For Victory and War Master, and what's the other one called? Uh, for for something. I kind of blanking on it, but those albums are fantastic as well. This one definitely belongs there. Really great stuff. Great tunes on this. First Light, Entrancement, The Kill Chain, Granite Wall. Yeah, great stuff. Go check it out. Ball Thrower, those ones on the Royal. And the last one is a Dutch band, which I think deserve a lot more attention. A band that's still active, but doesn't release a lot of stuff. But when they do, it's really on point. The band's called Fenris, and this is their second album, Ordeal, from 2005. Fantastic blackened Viking metal. It definitely has a really great symphonic, epic, atmospheric touch to it. But still has a lot of details to melody, but also to aggressiveness and epicness. Great aggressive vocals. Here and there, some clean parts in there to give them more enslaved epicness to it. Um, but definitely a really great band. This band also has lengthy songs, but they mix it up with shorter songs. But always try to keep it interesting. Have different parts in one song and then come together in one big, fantastic stuff. Great tracks on this. Suffering Predestined, for example. Island is great. It does both. Yeah, title track. Great stuff. Albums open up already with the Verschroeide Aarde, which is a fantastic tune as well. Definitely look into this, guys, if you're not familiar with this and with some different kind of black metal. Great stuff. Fenris with Ordeal, great Dutch band. So that's all the 2005 releases. I think are better than the last couple of Metallica albums. So also 72 Seasons. Don't want to say I'm not interested in 72 Seasons. I think I will try to listen to the whole album to see what I think of it, but I'm not in a hurry or anything. We'll see where it goes. So yeah, fantastic tunes. I will link them up in the description. You can judge yourself what you think, and hopefully you discover something new from this video. As always, the intention of making these videos turning on people to some great bands and I love to watch other videos to discover new bands for myself, and that's kind of how it works in this vinyl community and music community. That's how you gonna call it. It's not only vinyl, as you guys see, these were all CDs, but also could do that with records, you know. But yeah, I think CDs were a bit handier to show, you know. So anyways, thank you all for watching, guys. Go check out the other videos in this thread. I'll try to link a few and the original one to see, to let you guys know how other people think of this thread. And I think it's a fun thread. I love doing thread responses. It always gets you back into your collection. Hey, I've got this album, and then you get into mood to listen to that more stuff from that period, and brings you back memories and things like that, you know, to me at least. And I think, yeah, that's a great album from back then, you know. And you know how it works. Thank you all for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. If you want to see more, guys, don't forget to subscribe. It really will help out the channel, and yeah, spread the word about fantastic bands, you know. That's always make these videos, get this band, all bands out there. A lot of bands need more attention and more to be heard. So cheers, and see you guys with the next one. Goodbye.